Hey, what is up, guys? This is Cam Bam here. Today we will be taking a slight break from the music ranking series, and we're going to be diving into my 2025 review from the movie Companion. And this is my first movie I've seen this year, so we will be diving into this review. Also, before I get into the video, I wanted to let you guys know that for this year, I plan on getting on top of my movie reviews for you guys. And last year, I just realized after making the movie review so late in the year, it was hard to review the earlier movies from the year since I had already seen them so long ago. It was hard to review them so late after their release. So this year, I will be planning on making these reviews one after another, shortly after the movie is released and after I've seen them, so I don't forget what has actually happened in the movie. So, like I said, yeah, I will just be staying on top of those movie reviews for this year. And anyways, let's get into the video. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, just before we start the video, a warning that this review will have spoilers. I will be giving points of the movie away, so if you haven't seen this movie yet and plan on seeing it, I would suggest pausing the video and then coming back to the video after you actually watch the movie fully. Alright, so first off, I came into this movie with fairly high expectations. I was very intrigued with the first trailer on what this movie could bring to the table. After seeing the very ending of that first trailer, I was very intrigued on what this could bring and what it could actually, if it could be unique. And I'm actually very happy to say those expectations and those hopes were met. I really did enjoy this movie. And I also thought that this being my first movie to see this year, that was a very good start to the year as well. Last year, I also had a really good start with seeing Immaculate. I think it was my first movie I saw last year, and that was also a really great start to see my first movie from that year. So, yeah, like again, this is going to be hopefully a good year for movies. It was a good start at least. All right, so let's get into our pros for the movie. My first biggest pro is how the movie starts out. And this is my biggest compliment for this movie is how it started out. It intrigued me right off the bat. It got me hooked in the movie. It made me want to see more. And that's what I think a movie should be able to do. Any movie, it should be able to do that. A good movie should be able to hook its audience and get them to want to watch more and see everything till the end. And this movie succeeded that expectation. So, like I said, this is gonna be spoilers right here. The movie starts out with our protagonist Iris, and she walks into a grocery. She's in a grocery store, and she meets another main character in the movie, Josh. And they meet up, and this seems like a casual relationship meetup, like when they're future lovers, and they're gonna meet up and become boyfriend and girlfriend and actually become lovers. And as this is all going on, it has a very hooking monologue as Iris is saying much about how she met Josh and the moment she met eyes with him. And then she goes on to say, there were two moments in my life that I was happiest. The moment I met Josh and the moment I killed him. And that right there is what I said. That's right there hooked me into how in the world does this meetup, such a casual, positive, innocent meetup, come into a murder and killing someone. That's what the film brought me in. That's how it brought me in, and I really actually am glad it did that because it hooked us. I'm hoping it hooked everyone else in the audience that I was in the theater with because it was a great hook. It was a great introduction to this movie. Another thing I wanted to mention is the reason why I appreciated this so much, in my opinion, was because a lot of movies nowadays I've seen that they don't do that very well. They don't hook the audience in very well. They just make you kind of go throughout a boring static ride. It's it's not very enjoyable. That's most of the movies. Like I said, last year was a great movie year. There are a lot of movies that haven't done that, but I've seen a lot of trash lately that has been doing that. So this was like a breath of fresh air, seeing a brand new, unique idea. And this is also going to bring me into my next pro for this movie is the uniqueness and the unpredictableness of this movie. It was very unpredictable. I felt like every big event that happened in this movie, I felt like I had no idea what could even happen next. And that's another part of this movie that I really enjoyed. Like I said, it was very unpredictable. I like that. I like how you don't get to see exactly what's going to come next just by guessing. That's good writing right there. So yeah, I didn't really get to see what was going to happen next until it actually happened, and then it was very unexpected. I was not expecting that anyway. So the biggest example of this was in a part of the movie when Iris is under Josh's control after she finds out she's a robot. And Josh has the tablet to where he can control her actions and her intelligence. And so he brings her intelligence from 100 to 0 in order to kill her. And so this whole battle starts out with her acting like she's getting clever and she's gonna get him back at him. But then this moment right here where he has her intelligence down to 0 makes it look like she's screwed. How is she gonna get out of this? So as he puts her intelligence to 0, he tells her to point a gun to her head and shoot herself in the head. So it pretty much shuts her down. And she actually does do that. And after that, I was like, wow. What even is there to come next? Because someone shot the robot shot herself in the head. How is she going to come back from that? And the movie actually does bring her back, and it's actually in a believable way too. It's like like I said, a lot of movies haven't really been doing well on those things. Like a lot of movies bring back characters in a non-believable way just to bring them back for the money and for the hype of the fan base. So this movie actually didn't do that. They brought her back, but they did it in a believable way. They did it in a very proper way. So I like that. I appreciate that. And they brought her back, and she got her comeback. Like she got her revenge. It was very good. This movie was very, very good. But I am going to go on to the cons now. And there's only really one major con I had for this movie actually. And that wasn't even actually the movie's fault entirely. It was mainly the marketing team that were at fault for this one. It's the trailer, the second trailer for this movie. I thought that the second trailer was cool. It was a good trailer, but after seeing the full-on movie, I realized how much that trailer spoiled for me about the actual movie. And the whole plot was spoiled for me. The whole big plot twist and everything was spoiled within that trailer. The big one being that she's a robot and she's not an actual human. Like the whole first part of the movie makes it look like she's an actual girlfriend for this guy named Josh and that they're an actual like relationship. So when he tells her go to sleep, Iris, and her eyes go to white and she shuts down like a robot, that should have been the biggest plot twist I've seen in a while. But it wasn't, because that trailer spoiled for me that she wasn't a robot. That she was a robot. They spoiled that for me, and that really, really disappointed me because I really wanted that surprise. I wanted that experience to be like, oh my God, she's not an actual person. She's a robot. So I was very disappointed that trailer just spoiled that for me. I really wish that second trailer was not out and that I at least didn't watch it, because then that surprise would have been so much better. The movie would have been such a better experience for me. But like I said, this movie was still very, very good. I just feel like a lot of trailers are doing that nowadays where they just spoil the whole plot of the movie. And that's another thing. I just hate how they're doing that. And I wish Companion wasn't in that category of people marketing teams that did that. Because this movie was very good, like I said. It could have been a really cool plot twist, but that trailer spoiled it. And it's like I said, it's been a lot of movies that have been doing that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, when I saw their last trailer that they released, it spoiled the entire plot there too. That was still a phenomenal movie, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I just wish these trailers would not spoil the whole plot of the story. I think they're thinking if they provide all this information for the movie, it'll get people to want to watch the movie. But at the same time, that's not good thinking, because then if they provide all this information, then people are going to think, I've already seen the entire movie plot. I don't need to go watch the movie. So I don't understand their logic behind these marketing teams. I just don't get it. And I really appreciate when I see movies kind of like Longlegs where they don't introduce everything about the story like that in the trailer. That was one thing I really liked about Longlegs last year, is that they didn't release that whole plot, and they didn't release a lot of information at all in the trailer to spoil. So I was kind of disappointed with Companion that they did that. I was very disappointed, actually. But regardless of that second trailer, I still think this movie was phenomenal. It was a great start to the year for movies, and I think I'm actually going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. It was very good. Like I said, it was unpredictable, it was unique, and it brought a very good take onto the AI genre of horror movies. Like, Usually those aren't very good for me, but this one, it did it well. It did it phenomenally well. But yeah, I just really did like this movie. I just really wish that trailer didn't spoil everything, and I could rant on about that on and on. But yeah, we're to stop there about ranting that because like I said, I could just go on and on about that trailer. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, this one's going to be a 9 out of 10. And if you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.